Well, the book, The Mom and Pop Store, is part memoir. My parents had a butcher shop and a farmer's market in Perth Amboy, New Jersey. Typical immigrant family business. Many generations worked in there, and I'm the youngest in my family. I was the last to work there. So I've always had a special feeling about mom and pop stores by seeing it firsthand. When you're behind the counter and you have that point of view of the customer, it really forms the way you look at things as you go through the rest of your life, whether it has to do with, yeah, taking care of customers, finding a solution for somebody's problems, things like that. And the book is partly to honor my own parents and what they taught me and what I learned working in a mom and pop store. So as I traveled around the country interviewing people who have mom and pop stores, my preamble was telling them my own story of working in the butcher shop. And that was a really big help because that was a lot of shorthand. When I told people I share the same experience that you had, we didn't have to deal with any preliminaries. We could go right to the heart of the matter. The subtext of the mom and pop store is about community. After all is said and done, it's the individual businesses that connect us to our community. It's what makes our community unique. If you're going to travel, you don't want to see the same chain store that you saw when you were back home. You want to see something different. And mom and pop individual businesses with individual concepts are unique, and they make travel and they make your neighborhood an interesting place to be. Mom and pop stores must coexist with chains because there's no getting away from chains. They will be around. What mom and pop stores can do is provide something different that the chains can't provide. Whether it's that personal service, whether it's my knowing your name and what your usual drink is or what your usual sandwich is. But it's also going beyond just the exchange of money for goods and services. It's the local charity, it's the local fundraiser, it's sponsoring the Little League team, all those things that create a community. That's what makes mom and pop stores a unique aspect of a community. In order for mom and pops to survive, whether it's this retail climate or any retail climate, it's adapting to change. It's maintaining a reason for being. I don't take a nostalgic or a romantic view that mom and pop stores should survive just because aren't they wonderful things and shouldn't they all survive? No, some are meant to last a generation or two and then the family moves on to something else. But in order to survive, they've got to provide something unique, provide a goods or services that is necessary in the community. If a chain moves in, especially a big national chain, you're not going to be able to compete on price because a big chain will always have a better price. But what you can compete on is service. That's the one thing over which you have control and how you treat your customers. Because in the end, it comes down to how do you treat your customers? What kind of experience are you providing with those customers? And if the customers like it, they'll come back. If not, they'll move on. In order to survive in this economic climate, all of the stores that I interviewed for the book, and they're all still around a year or two after I interviewed with them, they find ways to adapt, whether it's a slight change in a product line, maybe less expensive prices, more value for the money, special promotions to bring people in, to really kind of put your arms around your customers and make them feel that they're not just supporting a business, they are supporting a pillar of the community. So I think, in order for mom and pop stores to survive, you got to be sure of your price, be sure of your product, keep smiling, keep giving that great customer service.